So, hello everyone, and welcome back to STW Sports. I'm host Samuel Wright, joined by Bolton Wanderers fan Matthew Lawrenson. And welcome, Matthew, to the show. And first question I'm going to ask you is about Bolton Wanderers' start to the season, currently 11th in Sky Bet League One. What have you made of it so far?
Started off really well, to be honest. But then obviously we had a dip in form. So, but as long as we stay up, that's all we were kind of wanted from the season. Anything else was a bonus, really.
Yeah, I mean, obviously looking at the last season in particular in League Two, really struggled first half of the season. Had an entire new team, of course, under Ian Evatt. Second half of the season, there was fantastic. It was 16 wins in 22 games. Ultimately, did get you automatic promotion. What were your thoughts on the season?
Last season.
Yeah.
Oh, like you said, the first half was terrible. You know, getting beat 6-3 at home by Port Vale. But then the second half, outstanding. It's just a shame that we couldn't go in the grounds at the time, really, to actually see it. Obviously, we had iPhone and stuff like that, but it's not the same as being there, is it? Sort of thing. Yeah, I always had a feeling we'd go up, even when we started off badly, because I think the team that we had was just too good for League Two, sort of thing. But yeah.
Yeah, so we'll ask you then about that last day of the season, a 4-1 win away at Crawley Town, the game that got you promoted. And obviously you had that game the week before where you were beaten by extra in the last minute. So that Crawley game, how much of a relief was that for you as a Bolton fan that you actually made it quite easy on the day as well?
Massive relief, absolutely massive, because I was stood outside the ground when we played Exeter City, and we drove from Southport to Bolton, and when we left, we were winning 1-0. And then obviously it all went horribly wrong. But yeah, but to do it the way we did in style on the last day of the season was absolutely fantastic. Just yeah, I think that early goal as well, that calmed the nerves really. But yeah.
Yeah, absolutely agree. That was a massive day, of course, for Bolton. Ian Evatt, then I just want to ask you about now. Obviously, did join the club in the summer of 2020. So far, 74 games in charge, 33 wins, 17 draws, 24 defeats. Fair to say he's done a pretty decent job, Evatt. Do you really think he's a good manager to take Bolton forward?
Yeah, he's a brilliant manager, to be fair. I actually met him yesterday outside the stadium because I went to that Legends game, and he's dead down to earth, and he's got time for the fans and stuff like that, and he's just steadied the ship, hasn't he? He just, yeah, love him, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to take a trip down memory lane now for Bolton Wanderers. Obviously, spent 11 seasons in the Premier League between 2001 and 2012. In your opinion, what would you say the standout memory was?
Oh God, now you're asking. Probably when we drew with Bayern Munich, to be honest. When Kevin Davies scored that goal, it was just unbelievable. Beating Atletico Madrid as well, just being in Europe and getting to go to different grounds around Europe. Yeah, that's probably my standout, to be honest.
Yep, and that takes me to your favourite ever Bolton Wanderers play. You've had some really good ones down the years, but which one for you stands out?
JJ Kocher. I actually met him yesterday. Yeah, he was brilliant. Even yesterday, he still got it. Because obviously, I don't know if you know, we had a charity match yesterday. Um, Obviously, all the old players were there. And JJ just skimmed all of them like he used to do, sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, JJ Koch, fantastic player, of course, for Bolton in the mid noughties. What about favourite ever manager at Bolton?
Sam Allardyce, without a doubt, because where he took us right up there, and then obviously we nearly got Champions League, but then we just didn't, sort of. But yeah, he's well loved around Bolton, Sam. And obviously, again yesterday he was there, and he did that dance with a Kocher that he did years ago, and the whole crowd just, yeah.
I mean, while we're on the subject of the charity game, we'll ask as well, how much of a great occasion was that for you as a Bolton fan, obviously seeing, the old guard really come out, obviously, and performing in front of the supporters, and obviously meeting the likes of Ian Evatt, of course, Sam Allardyce, obviously, who was the manager, did a fantastic job, probably his best job of his managerial career. and obviously players like a Kocher, the old players. How great was that for you as a Bolton fan to relive those memories?
It was fantastic. I mean, our first team battered them 7-4, like, but Kevin Davis didn't look as sharp as he used to be, but they're all getting on, you know. Yeah, just to see like the likes of Henrik Pedersen and Ferguson and all them, and it was fantastic. And you could actually take a beer up to the stands as well, which obviously 15 years ago as a Bolton, I've never been able to do, and that kind of added to the atmosphere, sort of thing. But yeah.
Yeah. Also, what would you say is your favourite away day in England? Very tough question, that one. But favourite away day that you say you've been on as a Bolton fan?
It's got to be Birmingham away when we scored in the last minutes against Wembley. I think it was 2011, around then anyway. Literally, it was 2-2, and it was when Kevin Davis played for us. He crossed it into Chung Yong Lee, and then bang. I ended up falling over the seat in front of me, sort of thing, because I went that mad. And yeah, brilliant away there.
Yeah, no, fantastic memories there indeed. And obviously, just going to ask about Bolton this season. If you're to predict right now as a Bolton fan, where do you see your season going in League One?
Oh, tough one. I mean, if we start playing like I know we can play, then I reckon we could just about scrape playoffs, maybe. If not, I think we'll finish just outside the playoffs.
Yep. Also, want to ask as well, what's been your favourite Bolton performance from the season so far?
Probably against Charlton, where we beat them 4-1, because we were 1-0 down half time. No, sorry, it was 1-1. I'm wrong. Come out second half, just absolutely fasting them.
Yeah,
So
that's
got to be the best performance I've seen this season, to be honest with you. Then again, there was also Ipswich Town away where we beat them 5-2. So between them two, sort of thing.
Yeah, so just going to talk about some obviously unfortunate events that did go on at the club a couple of years ago. Obviously with Bolton, it's been a bit of a story where they are back to obviously in League One, really on the way back up the leagues, many people would like to think. So, as a Bolton fan, how great is it for you? Obviously, you've been a Bolton fan, and you said before the show started, for 15 years. How great is it for you to see Bolton on the rise again, really?
Oh, it's brilliant, because obviously when the club was in administration, I knew quite a lot of staff members that worked there. So I actually arranged like a walk, because they're all living on food banks, which no one that works at a football club should be doing, let's be honest. But we did like the 6-mile walk. We raised £3,000 for them. But to see Bolton going through that and being that close to literally disappearing like Barry did, because I was stood outside the ground on that night, and I was there till it was when the takeover was supposed to be going through. And we were stood there till about 12:30 at night. And then obviously, we thought, right, we better go home. We can't stand here all night. And then obviously the next day, that's when the takeover went through. I think it was about 5:30 the next day. But to see how far they've come from what we were is brilliant, because, like I said, we nearly actually lost club place, basically, sort of thing. Yeah, pretty much that.
Yeah, definitely. And just want to ask as well, obviously you mentioned a moment ago about where you see your season going, but honest opinion from yourself, can you see Bolton getting promoted this season, or do you think maybe next season?
I don't think we'll get promoted. But then again, the surprise was last season, so you never know. But I reckon, like I said, either in the playoffs or just outside the playoffs. I reckon if we got into the playoffs, we might have a good chance, but it's whether we can actually get to them, sort of thing. I reckon next season we'll probably push for promotion then, sort of thing. But I might be wrong.
Yeah. Also to ask, how great does it feel to be back at the ground and back in the stadium, of course, after missing so much of that in the last year and a half?
Oh, brilliant. Like the atmosphere is probably better than it's ever been before, especially that first game back. I mean, we were losing, and actually, was it 3? Yeah, we were 3-2 down to MK Dons, first game of the season, and we scored in the last minute. And it's the roar of the crowd again. Because obviously, not for the last year before that, we sat at home just on our phones. Like, yeah, it's good to be back, really is.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, that's all we've got time for anyway, Matthew. But thank you very much for joining me, and good luck to Bolton Wanderers for the rest of the season.
No worries. Thanks anyway.